morning, I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and today I'm going to make a recipe that my sister Diane gave me, and it's white chicken chili. Now this is for a big, it serves 8 to 10 people, but I'm gonna half this recipe today. So just know that everything that I am putting in it, you would double. And in the description box, I'm going to give you the recipe for the full recipe, but I'm just going to half it today. So it takes boneless chicken, olive oil, chili powder, cumin, salt, cayenne pepper. I'm not going to put cayenne pepper in it because Promise is here and she doesn't like real spicy stuff. Onions, garlic, northern beans, chopped chilies. Well, I don't have any of the little green chopped chilies in the can, so I'm going to use rotel tomatoes with the chilies in it. Oregano, cheeses, 2 different kinds of cheese, and chicken broth. So we're going to start off by, I'm going to put my, now this is some chicken broth that I had in the refrigerator. And when you do your chicken broth, this is my homemade, and it's done with, it's like bone broth. It's done with the bone. When I boil my chicken, it had the bone in it. So as long as you have this little, the little fat that covers the top and it seals it, it can stay in your refrigerator for a month or more. So this has been in there a couple of weeks. So I'm going to put my chicken broth in. I'm going to turn my burner on medium high. And I'm going right by her directions. So she says, in a large pot, add your chicken broth, my onions. Now this is 1.5 cups of onions. The recipe calls for 3 cups. So that's 1.5 cups of onions. And it's add your garlic, and the garlic is 3 tablespoons. This is 1.5 tablespoons. I'm gonna turn the light on, Promise. This is 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. And to that, she says, add your onions, garlic, white beans, okay? And I just got northern beans. They're just Great Value brand. So we're going to add that in there.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
it. Okay, and to that, we add our chicken. So, goodness, I may not have a pot. My pot may not be big enough. And I'm half of the recipe. Okay. Alright, we got all that in there. And now she says, alright, in here I have, it calls for 2 teaspoons of oregano. I've got 1 teaspoon in here. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder and 1.5 tablespoons of cumin and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's the spices that is in my little cup here. So I'm going to add those. Now that's half as many as the recipe calls for. So, okay. And I'm going to add my rotel tomatoes with the chilies in it. And they're mild chilies. They're not hot. Ooh, this is looking good already. All right, now, and cayenne, but I'm not going to put cayenne in it, okay? Now I got to bring this to a boil, reduce it, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Now, after it simmers for 20 minutes, it says, remove your pan from the heat and let it cool for 5 minutes. And the reason you do that is because when you put, I'm gonna put sour cream and cheese in this, and if you put your sour cream and cheese in it while it's cooking, it tends to break that sour cream. It keeps it from separating. So, and what I mean by separating, when you put your sour cream and cheese in there, it makes little knots, kinda, and it separates your cream cheese. So, after it cooks for 20 minutes, then you take it off the eye, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna put our cream cheese and our cheeses. And today, our cheese is 3 cups. It calls for 6 cups, but it's 3 cups of Monterey Jack and cheddar. And I may shred a little bit of pepper jack cheese because I love pepper jack cheese. So I may shred a little bit of pepper jack cheese in there. So I've got to let this come up to a boil, and then I've got to cook it for 20 minutes. And after that, then we're going to come back and put our cheeses and our sour cream in it. So I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Our chili has been cooking 20 minutes, and I set it off. I let it cool for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to stir my sour cream in. And remember, you set it off the eye and you let it cool for 5 minutes before you put your cheese and your sour cream in. And that way it stays smooth and creamy. It doesn't, your sour cream doesn't break apart. So, okay, now that's our sour cream. Now I'm fixing to put my cheese in. That's 3 cups of cheese, which is half the recipe. Ooh, promise it may spill over. I don't think it will. Don't think it will. And you see what I made to go with this? Promise loves cornbread. This is gluten-free cornbread. And everything in here is, this is gluten-free. Yes, everything in here is gluten-free. So, okay. I'm going to stir my cheese up in it. I wish y'all could smell this. Oh, it smells so good. Wow, it smells good. And I know it's delicious because I've made it before. And really, really good. Okay. Now what I'm fixing to do is put some, let me stir the cheese up a little bit more. Just a little bit. And even if you don't like sour cream, it is delicious in this chili. And I know it calls for green chilies and not the rotel, but the little red tomato in here, that doesn't bother us at all. I know it's white chicken chili, but woo. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put it right there. And get my little, and clean it off. And I'm going to take one of my little pieces of cornbread. And I'm going to put it on this dish right here. I'll take 2 pieces. And I showed y'all on a video the other day how to make this gluten-free cornbread. So,
what's it called?
Gluten-free cornbread. Okay. Yeah. All right. This is, wait just a minute and I'll try to taste of it for you. It is so, so hot. I don't know. I'm going to put this back over here. It is so hot, but I'm going to try. What I want to do is take one of these pieces of cornbread and dip it down in there and eat that cornbread, and that's the way you eat.
You can put a piece of ice in it.
I'm going to blow it. Oh my. Wow. That is so good. This is the way I like to eat it right here. Now this cornbread is really hot too, so, but this is the way I like to eat it. Promise. Showing that cornbread. The texture, how light and fluffy. Can you see it on the camera?
Oh, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
No, I wanted them to look at the texture, how light and fluffy that cornbread is. Y'all, we're fixing to eat lunch. Wow. I'm going to put this recipe down in the description box. Y'all are going to want to try this. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Diane, for our lunch. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. And please subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell so you'll know when I upload a video. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, promise. So when I upload a video, and please share my video, because it's getting cold. It was chilly outside this morning. Roy went out barefoot and he came back in. He said my feet are burning because it was chilly outside. But this is a delicious recipe. Thank you, and I love y'all. And let me know where you're watching from. So I love y'all. See you next time.